What's up, nation? It's the Rude Boys.
Quarantine.
He was still in quarantine, still under that corona self-distancing bullshit.
Yep.
But we're here. Sorry for the audio quality. But we're here for another episode, episode 69, which was going to be nice.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna.
I'll make it sexy.
Oh, there we go. All right. Turn your volume up, Tom. Now the nation can hear you better.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right. Yep.
Okay, good.
We're still all quarantined up. A lot of us. Yep. The world. I hope maybe by the time this posts, everything will be better, but that's in a couple days. It's not.
I wouldn't hold our breath.
It's doing a number, man.
The world.
So, let's plop this episode out, Tommy. Who's in your mouth?
Let's just take a giant dump on the internet and drop this episode. Who is in my mouth? I have our good friend Miller Highlight.
Oh, very nice, Tom.
Yeah, I went to had to go to 7-Eleven after work yesterday because essential employee.
Sure. Congratulations. Thank you for your service.
Paycheck doesn't say it. And I picked up a nice little 12-pack and had a lot last night.
Good.
So I have one or two.
Very good.
And this is gonna be a fresh open.
Very nice.
Let's see. Nope, that's gonna sound like shit. Who's in your mouth, Chris?
That sounded pretty good. I heard it over here. I got some Poland Spring, natural spring water, the beer sitch, the liquor sitch. It's getting a little dried up over here. I'm kind of just getting a little sick of drinking. I might have to, yeah, but I don't know. This is not a good week to go out, apparently. Just keep washing your hands, nation. 6 feet apart, the whole deal. This will be a fresh open. I don't know if you can hear this.
Ooh.
Oh, you heard that, huh?
I did.
All right, let's clink and thud it up, or just virtually. Let's virtually thud it up. That was something. A whole lot of nothing.
Yep.
Speaking of a whole lot of nothing, Tom.
Just like my love life.
Do some Blitzkrieg. This is gonna be the worst episode. Yeah, let's Blitzkrieg it up. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
All right, Tom. Let's try to get back into it. Blah 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 blah. Blitzkrieg. What do we got?
Who's in my mouth? Weren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. I just miss Tommy. I miss you, buddy. I just want to know everything about you. All right. But I guess we'll talk about what's going on in the world. Unfortunately, so what's going on? Blitzkrieg. Let's go.
All right. Starting off in games as we always do with Blitzkrieg News. Hideo Kojima wants to make a pants-crappingly scary game.
Yes.
Isn't this the dude who just did Death Stranding?
That's correct, yeah. And Metal Gear. And that whole series.
Yeah.
And he did that PT thing. Remember that, Tom?
Yeah,
that was fun.
I
Wasn't that after a wrestling event? Was that after a Mania? It was at your place, right? We all downloaded it. We watched you play it.
I was drunk.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, fine.
I don't remember what. It was definitely after a wrestling event. I don't know which one. Because I was in my house and I was drunk.
Sure.
Hold on. Ooh, that's going to come over.
Yeah, that did. Boy, I felt it a little bit, too. Ooh, we're back.
See that? I'm there with you in spirit.
Oh, God. It's like 4D. So yeah. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. Hideo Kojima. I think he was at the BAFTAs or something like that, getting an award for Death Stranding or just his entire career in the video game industry. And
Right.
he wants to make instead of it was his quote was something along the lines of like I don't want this game to make you pee your pants. I want it to you crap your pants. Like that's how scary he wants this fucking game. And the little bit of that we played of PT, well, a little bit of everyone played of PT. It seemed like he wanted to freak some people out. So yeah, bring it on. That's what I gotta say. I probably won't play it, but whatever.
I know you get scared.
Yeah, I get scared.
You're my scared little boy.
Yeah.
And I love you for it.
Oh, thank you.
Your innocence is adorable.
It does, yeah. If there's one thing, I'm an innocent angel.
Yeah. Moving along. Next gen controller brinksmanship. What the fuck is a brinksmanship?
Well, okay, so in social studies, Tom, you probably learned the phrase brinksmanship.
Boy.
So Microsoft revealed details on their the new Xbox Series X controller. It looks kind of just more the same sort of thing, and I believe it has like a create or a share button. But speaking of a create or share button, the over on the Sony side, they revealed the controller for the PS5, which they are calling the Dual Sense. As opposed to the Dual Shock or anything like that, buzzwords that they like to throw out. So this is the Dual Sense. Tommy, did you see this?
I saw a picture of it. It looks weird.
It looks like almost like 10 years ago, if you were to be like, or even like 20 years ago, if you were like, what are the future controllers going to look like? This thing looks like it's two-tone, white and black. It looks just very futuristic, but like not like an enhancement, you know what I mean? Like from the PS3 to the PS4 controller, like they look like, okay, this is like the evolution. This thing looks like I don't know. It looks very weird, but whatever. I'm down. I don't care. The big hooks of these is that it has a create button. So I mean, it's really just the share button, but like it says create now, whatever. And it's got like haptic feedback in the triggers. So it's got like specific rumble, and I believe it's got different like tension and stuff. So it's kind of taken like from what I understand, like the HD rumble for the Switch, kind of to a different level to the triggers, similar to how, interestingly enough, when Nintendo brought the Rumble Pack to the N64, Sony was just like, well, let's take that Rumble, but let's put it in the shot in like the grips. So hence where they got the Dual Shock from. Classic. Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, but don't make it look, the same.
Right. Yeah.
But whatever. I'm down. The controller's probably gonna cost like $90 fucking because there's so much technology in it. But that's just the way it goes,
And I can't wait for like the third party ones where it's just like, here's $20, it's gonna break in a day.
Yeah,
have fun, asshole.
That never changes, man. That never ever changes. That's always the case. Every third party controller is just garbage.
Always, dude. Like, I don't think I've ever had one third-party controller where I was like, yo, this is so much better than first-party.
I remember there was one, I mean, I don't even know if it counts, but on the GameCube, there was a Super Nintendo-styled controller. So it had, like, it looked just how it did, but obviously it didn't have the sticks or anything like that. That was pretty good. That was a good controller. But, I mean, that was more of, like, a gimmicky controller. It wasn't, like, trying to do the same thing.
Sure. So. Yeah, when it comes to GameCube, the only good controller was the Wavebird.
True. Nothing
like, Wavebird. I don't know. For some reason, I know the Wavebird was essentially the regular GameCube controller, but for some reason it just fits so much better in my hand.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, it had a little bit of a thickness to it.
Yeah.
I like that thickness in my hand.
You like the thickness of things in your hand, don't you?
That's the joke I just used on you, and so clearly this recording setup is really working.
Yes, I can't wait to listen to this shit show.
Well, that's also funny because you don't listen, so.
Yeah, well, someone has to not listen.
Tom, there's plenty of them. All right. Why don't you try? Hey, Nation, flatten the curve. Nation, why don't you just flatten the curve and listen to the podcast? How about that?
Chris, you realize when we are able to be doing this face to face again, We are doing it on a weekend, and we are killing that bottle of Jameson. If you haven't killed it during quarantine,
No, I haven't. No, that's the Rude Boys bottle. I don't touch that without Rude Boys approval.
we are drinking that shit together during a whole fucking episode. We are going to do it on a goddamn weekend, and we are just going to get fucking hammered, and that's what the nation is going to get.
All right, I'm definitely down for that.
So am I.
I need a break from all this drinking. With drinking.
My liver. Right now, your liver's sitting there, smoking a cigarette, and be like, "You fucking piece of shit! I need a goddamn break."
Pretty much.
Your kidneys are fucking yelling at you as well. My baby boy's a mess. My poor baby boy.
For the record, Rude Nation, I'm fine. Just letting you know. Nation, I'm fine. This is not a cry for help.
Oh, man. AA groups are going to be so popular after this shit.
You know what? I believe that.
We still got some game news.
All right, yeah. Let's keep going.
I know you and Bonnie played Dead by Daylight, right?
No.
No, I thought you guys did.
We were looking into it.
You guys tried to get me to play.
That wasn't us.
No. It was a horror survival game where you and your friends are up in like a ski resort or some shit.
You're talking about Until Dawn.
Yes. Oh, fuck, okay. Alright, for some reason I thought you guys would play Dead by Daylight, but they're coming out with a mobile game of it, too.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, Dead by Daylight's a asymmetric multiplayer horror game. I looked it up just now. It's like 4 versus 1.
Okay.
It's like, I know it's definitely popular now, but like the Friday the 13th game is very similar. I believe like Dead by Daylight's got like a bunch of different DLC. Like I think this has like Stranger Things DLC or something like that. So something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's cool. So it's got an app version.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll check it out. I mean, we'll see if it's like Pokemon Go or Harry Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
It's definitely not.
No, I know. Which, by the way, the memes that I'm seeing right now are so funny. Where it's just like, man, this is a lot less fun than the Pokemon Go year.
Yeah, no, this is for sure. Are we still got video game news, Tommy?
Yes, we do, and I'm getting to it.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I wanted to add that I don't know, Fortnite's got some Deadpool skins, since we're talking about the mobile-y, free-to-play kind of games.
Uh-huh.
So if that's anyone's bag, there you go. 2 great tastes.
I really do feel like Fortnite's starting to win. They're just like, they're stretching.
I think, honestly, again, I'm not into that life, but once they put in that fucking tie-in to Rise of the Skywalker, man, I was just like, oof, like, it's almost like your dad. We might talk about WrestleMania, but like, it's like when your dad is like, oh, all right, this is popular, let me try to get into it, and it's like, all right, I guess.
Well, like, when they put the tie into Endgame in there too.
Yeah, but I mean that was at least a little minor, and I think like they were just kind of testing the waters, but like they did a whole like event, and it's just like, okay, I guess, I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's one man's opinion.
No, I'm with you. That's 2 man's opinion.
That's 2 man's opinions.
Men who count.
Yes.
2 men who count.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one last little bit of video game news.
Oh, bit. I like that.
Rumor Watch.
Mm-hmm.
New Resident Evil game in 2021.
Right. So there's talk about and this is gonna probably be the 8th in the franchise. So this will be, well, numbered 8th. It is rumored that this Resident Evil game, which would be the next Resident Evil, so not like a remake or anything like that, it's going to be in the same vein as Resident Evil 7, so kind of first-person-y, and it's going to probably bring you back to more the European style of Resident Evil 4. From what I'm reading, it has a lot to do. So Resident Evil 4, which actually is getting an anniversary this year, we might have to put that into the notes. Resident Evil 4 had a pretty troubled development history because they didn't know what to do after Code Veronica, I guess, or after the remake, and they should probably just remake Code Veronica. But they went different directions. They went more survival horror. They went more psychological horror. They went more action. And like the history of, I'm probably just blowing the Resident Evil 4 episode right now, but like games like Devil May Cry came from prototypes of Resident Evil 4. So all the other prototypes that kind of were just left to not necessarily die, but just kind of hang out, that weren't into the Resident Evil series proper, might be getting revisited. So there's going to be things such as I think almost like a witch that kind of follows you in the same vein as the Mr. X or the Nemesis from the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, respectively. There's probably going to be some... Yeah, that's a little messed up. There's going to be more like probably psychological stuff that, you're seeing that might not necessarily be in the game, which was part of a prototype. It might be werewolves also. So... again, all this stuff is kind of rumored. The way that the world is at right now, everyone's working from home, so like leaks may happen, rumors are rampant. No news is out because nobody can really lock down any sort of final words. To be honest, that's why I think like we got such a late Nintendo Direct, was because like people, like companies, Nintendo and, Sony and everyone like that, they don't know where we're going to be in a couple months. So they can't necessarily be like, oh, hey, this game's coming out in March, or I'm sorry, May, and be like, oh, yeah, whoops, it ain't, because we don't know what's going on. So.
Yeah, and speaking of like, we don't know where we're going to be, I was seeing that apparently Japan is starting to slow the, I guess, shippings of Nintendo Switches because they're starting to run out.
Well, yeah, I that was kind of talked about, I guess, business-wise, right before Animal Crossing came out, because they, I guess, anticipated, A, that game selling like gangbusters, and B, I guess, the manufacturing disruption going on in China and stuff with, the coronavirus and everything. So there is I guess, like a lack. It's hard to find. I mean, video game systems and games right now hard to find because a lot of places can't get their shipments on time, can't get their supply. The supply chains are disrupted. What are you going to do? But it's funny you say that, Tom, because the ratings board over in Japan, I believe it's called CERO or something, CERO. It's the the Japanese equivalent to the ESRB. They are basically suspending their operations. So if games can't get rated in Japan, games don't come out. And that is going to disrupt what's going on worldwide because, obviously, worldwide releases are one thing, but, like, games usually hit Japan first and then come out here. So it's a weird time, and we all just got to hang in there. But Resident Evil 8 might be getting some news hopefully soon. Don't know.
I don't know. Just going back to what you were saying that it was going to be like a first person. I kind of want them to go back to third person. I like my Resident Evil games as third person. I know
you're in luck, Tom, because they're out there.
Yeah. You know what? Next episode we do, I better see on our list of what you've been up to. I better see Resident Evil 2 on there. You've had that shit forever from me.
I mean, I'll give you an update on in CatchUp. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a little update on that.
A nice little side note of who's in my mouth now. I have Schweppes strawberry mango seltzer. It's kind of weird.
So what are you just drinking, seltzer and beer? Or are you done with your beer? You're done with your beer, aren't you?
I'm done. Come on, Chris.
I don't even know why I asked.
Why do you ask questions you already know the answer to?
You got a good point, yeah.
God damn it.
Thirsty boy.
You see, after we do Who's in Your Mouth, you see me just knock back almost a whole fucking beer in one shot.
You're right. I'm used to you having a second one, so I just kind of blurred.
You don't want the answer to. Come on.
You're right.
Alright, let's move on.
Please.
Uh-oh. I don't know what I just did.
Oh my god, we have some technical difficulties, nation. hang in there.
Mainly on my end.
Right.
I just made shit disappear
My
somehow.
God. You cleared all the notes, didn't you?
No. I hit the power button by accident, and I don't. My shit just whatever. Okay, I'm okay now. I'm okay. No comic book news.
No comic book news.
Sadly,
Nation, support your local comic book retailer. That's all we got to say.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude! I'm telling you, as soon as my local comic book shops are open, I'm going there and I'm dropping money. Like, you know.
Are they all not open? I'm assuming they're non-essential businesses, hence.
I don't think they're considered essential. I haven't really checked because, okay, look, you've been in comic book shops. How tight are those things?
They are pretty tight, yeah. I'm surprised they're not doing they're just almost like a shop by phone or something like that, or if they have websites available.
Well, I may have to make a phone call because there's a little boy's birthday coming up, and I'd rather support my local comic book shop than Amazon, if at all possible. So.
Right, yeah, those union breaking fucks, yeah.
I do know my one local comic shop is shut down with this shit. Not shut down, but you know, he closed because he's not considered essential. Which again, I don't think comic book shops are considered essentials. Unfortunately,
unfortunately, yep, you're right.
Well, then I'm just like, a little boy's birthday gift may be a little late, but he'll get it.
My birthday's canceled. My whole birthday is disrupted. My whole birthday's not essential right now.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you're right.
Moving on to movies.
All right.
New dates for MCU Phase 4. Chris, do you have this information?
I actually do have this information right in front of me. So, with everything going on in the world, we have been talking about movies being delayed, movies being postponed, etc., etc. So, as of last episode, we talked about the Black Widow movie being delayed. That got pushed to November of this year. In addition to this year, though,
my birthday.
Yes, actually, November 6th. So that is very close. That actually works out pretty perfect for our Cash Bash.
We have not had a Marvel movie near my birthday in so long.
Since Ragnarok, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Ragnarok. Yeah. That's if my birthday doesn't get canceled.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh God. If this goes this far,
it better fucking not. It better fucking not, because this is a big birthday for me.
You're absolutely right, man. We had big plans. I don't know what's happening, but we'll talk about that off air.
Yeah, I know.
So let's just go real quick through the Phase 4 release dates. This does include the Disney Plus stuff right now, which is, I guess, I don't want to say in flux, but it has the latest release dates. But I know the production has been postponed or shut down for some of these shows. I'm just going to give them to you right now, Nation. As of right now, the 11th of April, this is what I'm seeing in front of me. Here we go. So the Black Widow movie is in November 6th, 2020. That's this year, still slotted. Or not still slotted, that's the new date. Still slotted, though, is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier for Disney+. That's still slotted for August. WandaVision still slotted for December.
Okay.
So that's this year right now. The Eternals got...
Yeah, I think that all wrapped before the shit.
I think so too, but I was just seeing things online. So again, this kind of disrupts things if it's post-production or if it's editing. I don't know,
Sure.
But there hasn't been any updates to those dates. So chances are they're still going forward. So now moving into 2021, so next year, hopefully when this is all we're all saved and properly vaccinated, the Eternals. So the Eternals was going to be for this year, I believe, probably slotted in November, but that's pushed to February of 2021. Loki, the Disney Plus show, is slotted for spring of that year. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is now pushed to May 7th, 2021. What If, the Disney Plus animated show, is going to be summer 2021. That's the latest date we have. The joint Marvel...
I think that was normal anyway for What If.
I think so too. I think they just had the 2020 Disney Plus shows at least kind of scheduled. So now we're into 2021, and the Disney Plus is kind of just like ballparks. We have, which presumably hasn't gotten any production disrupted from what I've seen. The third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, which is Phase 4. I don't know. It comes out in this time period, so I'm guessing it's technically Phase 4, and it's the joint Marvel-Sony venture. That is slotted specifically for July 26, 2021.
Okay.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is slotted for November 5th, 2021. So there you go. 2 years, Tommy. That's your birthday.
Yeah.
Actually, every year that's your birthday, but Marvel movie on your birthday.
I hope so.
Yeah. The Hawkeye series is slotted for fall 2021, and then Thor: Love and Thunder, February 18th, 2022. So that is the stuff listed for Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And Tom, did you see any of this news coming out, or news question mark, about our boy Tequila Wakanda doing a live stream and giving out some Thor details? Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
So first and foremost, this man's he's a funny man. So take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. But he was having a live stream on Instagram, and Mark Ruffalo joined him, Tessa Thompson joined him, and he was talking about the production of Thor 4. And something about the script is that the script is basically, it's going to make Ragnarok look safe. So go figure what we're going to see. He put a screen grab of the script out, and just to give you a little hint of where we're at. The script that was screen grabbed was talking about Tony Stark coming back to life, trying to reform the Avengers to fight a newly revived Thanos. So obviously a joke, but who the hell knows? Some things
with him, you never know.
Exactly, absolutely. Some things he did talk about is that that could be probably a little more serious. Is that the Silver Surfer is not going to be in this movie. I just straight outright confirmed it. He's being coy with Beta Ray Bill, so who knows? And he's saying,
I hope Christian Bale is a horse face Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, right. And the Star Sharks will be in this movie, and they're basically just space sharks. Like, that's it.
You know, why can't we get Street Sharks?
You're waiting for your Street Sharks revival? Your reboot?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for my Street Sharks revival and my fucking Gargoyles revival.
Gargoyles I'd be down with. Street Sharks, I don't know what to tell you. There's some weird splinter universe where I guess instead of Ninja Turtles taking off, or even like Thundercats getting constant revivals, like Street Sharks got it. There's some weird universe where that happened.
What about Biker Mice from Mars?
What about Biker Mice? Biker Mice from Mars.
Such a ridiculous show.
What about Mummies Alive?
What about Bucky O'Hare?
Bucky O'Hare was my jam.
Yeah, I had so many of those friggin' toys.
Bro, I remember having there was this frog spaceship that had alright, so this is some fucking 1990s technology, but that tube that you kind of you turn one way and it goes like brrr, and you turn it the other way and it goes brrr. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They had that sweet technology in this ship, and you would turn it left and right, and it was a frog ship, because the frogs were the enemies, I think. And and it would make like a brrr, brrr. It was the best.
Now, one of my favorite... wow, and this should have been the goddamn topic.
Yeah, right?
Goddamn.
We'll have to put this in the notes. We'll put a pin in this when we actually see each other.
Alright. Well, just real quick, one of my favorite toy franchises was Starcom. I don't know if you ever had that.
Starcop?
Starcom.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about Starcom, Tom. This hot Blitzkrieg news topic.
You just talked about a goddamn frog.
Go ahead. We're joking around.
Fuck you. Fine, you know what? I'll put a pin in it, goddammit.
No, please do. We'll put this in the notes. When we break for
This is
Blitzkrieg.
good. Nation, you just witnessed a brainstorming session live on the
There
air.
you go. See? There you go. Thank you, Corona. You made this happen.
Oh, I miss you so much.
I know, man. I miss you too.
Trailer talk.
All right.
Peninsula. This looks fucking bananas.
Oh, you did see it. Okay, sweet. So, this is like a pseudo sequel.
I do research
I'm proud of you, Tom.
sometimes.
This is a pseudo sequel to Christ. What is it? The train movie, Train to Busan. Yes, Train to Busan.
Yeah.
So it's another zombie flick. And that was a good movie, Train to Busan.
It really was. Like, yeah, you and Bonnie were like, "Yo, we're watching this." I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't want to read," and you guys were like, "No, fucking watch this."
It's really
and there wasn't too much reading.
No, because it was good action, and it just kind of it worked. It worked as a foreign flick to us dumb Americans. So that's nice.
Yeah. Which, FYI, speaking of weird, Korean horror movies, Parasite is up on Hulu, Chris.
Yes.
I don't know if you had any, Chris.
I did, yeah. We just got to get around it. We got to break away from the Animal Crossing to actually watch something.
I know. I got to break away from what I've been watching, so.
Okay. Oh.
And I actually got to get up to, do I want to really fucking read right now?
Yeah, you can't
just
you can't just throw it on.
Exactly. You
Right.
can't have it on the background.
Exactly. But we'll get to that.
But yeah, Peninsula looks great.
Yeah,
the zombies look incredible. I really do enjoy it. So
Nice.
I hope that gets a theater release, depending on if we still have movie theaters or we're going back to drive-ins.
That is true.
Hell, people are saying I should do a drive-in in my backyard.
You do have a pretty diesel backyard, Tommy. You got a ton of space, buddy.
Right. Fucking make some money.
Yeah.
So, I gotta talk to the homeowners on that one.
Yeah, you probably should. Just be like, why?
I just got yelled at me like, yeah, you do.
It's like, why are you taking that section of fence down? It's like, well, gotta get the cars in. Oh, okay. What?
No, one side of the fence opens up wide enough for cars.
Oh, dawn. All right, just gotta rent the screen.
It's not like the homeowners wouldn't get a cut anyway.
That's true.
I keep getting comments from outside of the studio.
I believe it.
Moving on to television.
All right, TV news.
Praise Jesus! Praise Jesus for positivity in this corona world that we live in. The crybabies that were bitching about the Simpsons. Proper ratio Simpsons coming by the end of May. All you bitches can stop crying. Yeah!
Wow.
I didn't notice. I don't really. Sorry.
Okay.
Went off on my tangents.
I saw that. Yeah, that's. It's something that probably should have been implemented originally, but Disney doesn't give a shit. They're like, all right, we just got this thing, just throw it out there. It'll be watched. They don't really care.
Yeah, it's whatever. I haven't even watched The Simpsons on Disney Plus.
Yeah, same. I might have thrown a couple episodes on, just to, older episodes, just to be like, just to get the nostalgia about it. Yeah, just so I could feel angry about something, just so I could feel again. And
right.
Yeah, it's fine. Obviously, the purists, it's the same way about dub versus subbed anime or proper ratio to anime, stuff like that. It is what it is. Nobody's. You can't make everyone happy all the time.
Exactly. I do gotta say big ups to Disney for kind of keeping us a little happy in this crazy ass time that we live in.
Sure.
The fact that they're putting up their big animated movies that was in the theaters.
True.
Right on Disney Plus. You had Frozen 2 up there, which honestly I'll be honest. I tried to watch, and I was fucking bored out of my mind.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I think I'm gonna watch Onward maybe tonight.
Okay, yeah, Onward is good. I'll talk about that later.
Okay, it's not on your list.
Oh, I didn't know you were the police all of a sudden.
Well, I'm looking. Fuck you. You son of a bitch. So I got a feeling episode 9 will probably drop on Disney Plus.
I'm really surprised they didn't just go shoulder to shoulder with digital. But business deals aside, because obviously the movie is out on DVD.
We're gonna see it.
Yeah, it'll be out.
I know my brother wanted to rent it last week, and I was like, dude, just wait. It's going to drop on Disney Plus soon. So.
Yeah, true.
Moving on to wrestling news.
Alrighty.
AEW is creating the TNT Championship. They're doing a whole tournament. I totally forgot that it was on this week because I got involved with the show.
Sure.
I saw a bit of the match between Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears, and then I got distracted. But then I got distracted with Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Sure.
Holy shit, that match was baller. But yeah, so they're doing a whole tournament on for the TNT Championship. So I don't even know what the belt looks like. I don't even think they've revealed the belt yet.
They'll probably reveal it. I think the same way when they did their other tournaments. They'll probably reveal it at the finals.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see that they have a mid-card title now.
Yeah, exactly. Because they definitely needed something like that. I would like to
see a TV title.
I think that's kind of what this is. Obviously, I mean, it's named after a fucking television company.
Right.
So that's pretty much what it is. But they're really going all in with the TNT branding. Because even the logos or the tournament brackets, they have the TNT logo. Yep. It's not just TNT, get it, Dynamite, TNT. They're like, no, this is the Turner News, the television championship, or whatever the fuck TNT stands for.
Turner Total, I don't know.
Total, nonstop, totality. I don't know.
Moving on.
Yes.
The tag team, The Revival, is officially done with WWE.
Yeah, so this was a long time coming.
They must be happy as pigs and shit right now.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
Because they were so unhappy.
I know, and it's a shame because they had passion, and just Vince is not a fan of tag team wrestling, so
which sucks because honestly, tag team wrestling is baller.
Yeah, it's a different mentality. It's just a different thing, and when it's done right, and you have guys in there, you got to look at back 3 years ago over in NXT when you had the Revival versus American Alpha versus DIY, even fucking Enzo and Cass, those tag teams did their things, and that division crushed it. Hence why they named themselves the Revival, because they were bringing back the tag division to professional wrestling. And for those unfamiliar, they had some spats online, true or not, I don't know, with the Young Bucks, and they went back and forth. FTR, fuck the Revival. Yeah, so this is going to be the money match everyone's waiting for, is for them to hit AEW or really just any independent company and make some fucking money.
Yeah, when the world isn't a shit show.
True. Yeah, very true.
Yes. Have you? Okay, so let's touch a little bit of post Mania.
Okay, sure.
Did you watch anything or no?
I did not.
You watched? Yeah,
You wanna recap Mania real quick? We don't have to go match by match, but
Jesus. Mania was something.
Mania was definitely different. Definitely different.
Honestly, I gotta say the two matches I enjoyed the most was the Edge versus Orton match.
That was good. That was very good. And quick side note: anyone who still has the network should check out the new Edge documentary. I think it's called The Second Mountain. Really good stuff.
Okay.
And it brings it's basically they were filming it to be like, oh hey, let's see your life after wrestling, and then it basically evolved into oh shit, I can return to wrestling. So they went with that.
Okay.
It's really well done. It's like a good hour and a half. So
Do we still have access to it?
uh yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, my other favorite match was the Boneyard match.
The Boneyard match was good. That, see, when wrestling,
I enjoyed it.
first off, Nation, hate to break it to you, wrestling is dumb as shit. So when you can just really get in there and own it, I'm down. Obviously, don't make it all the time, because obviously the athleticism, the passion people have in the ring is one thing, but also the taking your character to 11 is another thing. And if you can't do that in the ring because you're a 68-year-old old man, or whatever Undertaker is, then you should lean in. You should lean into your character hard and do a Boneyard match with AJ Styles.
Dude, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. The music. The music made that match.
Yep. I absolutely agree.
And honestly, I'm gonna say Saturday was the better night.
I might have to agree with you, because honestly, even though it was split into 2 days, and even in our little group chat, our party we were watching it on, you definitely felt like, yeah, this is still 6 hours of WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, even it's still translated into, man, it's like, man, we're still here. You know, like, even though we just got back.
Yeah, we were fucking done with each other on Sunday.
A little bit, yeah.
We were done.
I mean, we were peaking on Saturday. Don't get me wrong, but then like Sunday rolls around and we're just like, just throw it
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we were all fucking done. Like, I know one of our boys, he kept his house is a Wi-Fi, is like a black hole.
Right.
Even when he is connected to Wi-Fi, he kept dropping out. I think he missed most of Sunday.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So,
all right,
but
it happens.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was different, and it was nice
really
to get everyone together as best we could.
Next year will be different because we'll all be together to actually watch it.
Sure.
So yeah, that was WrestleMania in a nutshell.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I think is the Firefly Funhouse match.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll say that was actually fun.
Yeah, that was. I mean, if you want to say that, like, the Boneyard match was almost like the evolution of wrestling trying to make movies. The Firefly Funhouse match was really just this weird, almost like a doctorate or master's class on wrestling character development, and it did it in such a way that it was almost like a political cartoon. Like, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's a cartoon, whatever, it's silly, la la la, but it has a lot of subtext in it. It dealt with basically the evolution of John Cena. There's this really good article, I know I linked it into the group, over on I think it was Up Rocks or something like that, or whatever the hell, done by Brandon Stroud, I think his name. He's a wrestling journalist, which already is like, okay, that's a phrase. But he really went deep into his analysis of the Firefly Funhouse match, and it's pretty nuts. And with a guy like Bray Wyatt, who kind of, from what I assume, helmed a lot of it, and a friggin' honestly, I would say a stand-up dude like John Cena, who hasn't, but wouldn't mind taking the piss out of himself a couple times. They went in on it, and it was a very interesting watch. It was something that I've never seen, and I don't know if we're gonna see for a long time, because it might just have been too smart for wrestling people. It wasn't like a David Lynch thing where it was like he's talking to a monkey for 40 minutes. This was like, it was just...
Did you watch that?
I watched a little bit of it and I had to stop because I'm like, what am I doing?
Fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, all right.
Me
So
and my brother watched the whole
that
thing.
was wrestling. That was wrestling.
Yeah. And then just a quick fallout is I do know Bray Wyatt put a promo. He wants Braun Strowman, and he did mention the Wyatt family.
That's cool. I like that. I'm down with that. That gives someone both those guys something to do. I don't know if they're gonna take it off of him. Take it off of Braun. Maybe they'll just have the Fiend fuck with him for months on months on months. So
yeah. And then just moving on to I do know that a lot of performers are upset with Vince McMahon because he found a loophole to keep doing live shows instead of taped shows of Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
Because they are considered an essential media or some shit in Florida.
Okay.
Fucking Florida. Do I need to say any more?
Also, Tommy, Vince McMahon, corny as fuck. So
I know. I cannot wait for him to have a wrestler called Corona Man or some shit like that.
Oh God, you know he would do that too.
I'm waiting for that, and I'm waiting for. I'm still waiting for a South Park episode.
Yeah, that'll probably happen. Also, while we're talking about that carny fuck, a little bit of sad news. Rest in power to the XFL. The Corona basically really just took the wind out of its sails, and they seem to have really tried to get their shit together this time. And not be fucking hoorah extreme football league. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
Oh my God.
The first of many businesses to not exist after Corona.
I saw that shit before I came on, and I was just like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, no, it sucks. But it's gonna be the reality we're all living in. So, nation, support your local businesses, and unionize for God's sake.
And that is all we have for
Blitzkrieg. All right, Tom. That was a pretty beefy Blitzkrieg. But with that beef, we need some CatchUp. So let's catch up. Let's catch up. So come on, it's been too long. Even though we just spoke and did a Rude Boys Top 10, and we did the Wrestle Special and we did WrestleMania, etc. But whatever. We haven't had a chance to catch up.
Exactly.
So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I'll talk about the two shows we watched.
All right, go ahead,
on Netflix, I watched the show called V-Wars.
Okay.
It's about this pandemic that's sweeping across the world, turning people into vampires.
Vampires. There we go.
I kind of wish that was this pandemic.
No,
I'd be alright with that. If I had that option, I'd be okay. So, it's these two friends. They're exposed to this pathogen, and I'm using big words. And they're both exposed to this. One guy recovers 100%. The other guy recovers, but he gets vampiric powers, and he's able to turn people into vampires. And it was cool. The last episode was a little weak sauce. I don't know. I could have done without the last 5 minutes of the last episode.
Okay.
So I was like, if you watch it, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm not gonna really recommend it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was very okay. Let's put it out.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a show that Netflix can get rid of.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I've been I dived into watching Lucifer It was on Channel 5 for a little while, Fox
Right.
for a little while. Pretty much, it's comic book based. It's
Right.
based off of a comic book called Lucifer. Pretty much, he's down here on Earth. He owns a club, and he ends up pretty much doing good, but in his own fucked up way.
Sure.
The guy that plays Lucifer, Tom Ellis, I think his name is just so fantastic for the part.
Nice.
And, it was cool because he does show up in, like, when the Arrowverse did that whole big crossover.
Right.
He showed up. He showed up very briefly on Earth 666.
So he is this is a DC property?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
It was Vertigo.
Oh.
Which is DC property.
Okay.
This show I will recommend because, I just been laughing and I've been, like, saying holy shit, like, quite a bit. So,
right. Nice.
You get a chance, check it out. It's pretty good.
Okay. How are you watching it again? You're watching it on TV or it's on streaming?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix. Gotcha.
Netflix. And then, last night I decided, just for shits and giggles, started doing the Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
And I revisited one of my favorite non-Marvel comic book movies the other night. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Man, that movie's so goddamn good.
That's really funny. I watched that recently too. It was available on one of the streaming, I guess Netflix. And
it is.
Yeah, it was really good. I remember excuse me, reading the would you even call them comics, trade paperback, the graphic novels leading up to it. And like the later half just kind of really goes off into different places. Like that's because it's a comic, it's loosey goosey, but like that's a comic that really needs like another look at. You know what I mean? Because like it's just it deals with basically battling your own demons and becoming the best you can be to move on and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily know if the movie translated that, but the movie is fun as hell. I'll give it that.
It really is. And the soundtrack is so good, too.
Soundtrack's really good, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I listened to it like 3 times yesterday at work on YouTube, and I was just like, yeah, fuck it, why not? But yeah, I mean, that's all I've really been, up to.
All right. Well, I mean, you've been still dabbling a little bit with Uncharted 3, right?
Oh my god. Didn't I talk about that last time? Yeah, I'm on a cruise ship and I keep getting popped in the head and it's something. I'll probably be dropping that soon because we got a big month coming up.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much, man. I really wish this pandemic bumped a whole month, like happened a month later, because I really could use this time to play, to gear up for Replay May or Batman, whatever we're calling it this time. Because I have a feeling we'll be back in business sooner than later. I hope we'll be back in business sooner than later. But, man, that free time really could have been spent playing Arkham Asylum.
I know. Well, I mean, I have free time because, I'm a lonely heart. So, I can always, I always find time to play Batman games.
That's true. But I have a lot of time on my hands.
Yes.
Stuff is shut down. But I guess yeah, we'll smoothly transition into what I've been playing.
Sure.
A lot of Animal Crossing. Not really a lot of Animal Crossing, just a decent amount of Animal Crossing because, like, I hit the daily stuff and I do this. And I'm not going to bore you, Tom, because, you have a housemate playing the game and they really want you to play the game. And it's not a Tom game. Life Sims are not a Tom game. Wandering around collecting bugs and fishing, that doesn't seem like a Tom game. So are
you partaking in the fishing tournament today?
We don't have the fishing tournament because we got the game. The game came out I think late March. We picked it up. Bonnie and I are playing it, and we got it maybe last week or something like that. Actually, I think it might have been on Monday. It came in.
You got it this week.
Yeah. So our town is a little behind as far as just development and everything, but we're still getting at it. We're still working through. But yeah, no fishing tournament. But it is cool. Like the one thing that I so I played Animal Crossing for the GameCube, for the DS. I didn't pick up the Wii one because that looked like garbage. And I picked the 3DS one up, and the 3DS one, man, I hit fucking hard, and I played the shit out of that. And then something shiny came along, and I dropped it. So going into New Horizons, the new one, I'm like, I'm gonna play this game for like, on and off a year, and then I'm gonna drop it. So what's the point? But the one thing I gotta dig is that just the community behind Animal Crossing, I don't want to say sold the game, but like really just kind of got me excited for it again. Like seeing guys like your brother and our buddy Andrew and some guys from work all getting into it, and I'm like, damn it, like everyone's playing this effing game. So I buckled the pressure and we played it. Bonnie loves it. Bonnie, she is all about the whole customization of it, the whole like trying to make your town look as good as possible. All the things I could give a shit less about. So it's really good that we're both playing this game together.
Okay.
So that's cool. I'm glad it's hitting with someone in the house right now, but it's fine. I'm digging it. The writing is excellent, and all the little characters look like those little fucking calico critters. Like they just look so fuzzy. It's adorable. It's got a lot of charm to it, but there is you got to do something in it, and if it's digging up fossils and collecting bugs, and that's all you do, that's all you do. But people find a lot of stuff out of it, and more power to them. And that's all I'm going to say about Animal Crossing, because chances are, if I repeat everything, it's going to be the same old, same old, same old.
Sure.
Anyone in the Rude Nation playing Animal Crossing, want to hit me up, twitter.com/TEH_SHERMS. Yeah, let me know. Come by. We got all the fruit, so yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Our island is still a garbage heap, so we're still working on that. But that's it for Animal Crossing.
Much like the world.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's pretty much a mirror. Excuse me. So Animal Crossing was the big game that we've been playing. I am still in my second playthrough of Breath of the Wild. I did the DLC, so this is the first time I did any of the DLC because I dropped the game before the DLC came out. Excuse me. I have water right next to me. I should just keep drinking it.
Dumbass.
Yeah, I am. But Breath of the Wild is still really good. One thing I'll say as I'm transitioning or I'm bouncing between Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing is that simple things like the run button and the pick up item button aren't the same for both these games. So there's situations where I'm like, X is run in Breath of the Wild, so I'm running around, obviously. If I want to run in Animal Crossing, the B button is run, and the X button is pull up the menu. So I get really confused a lot because my muscle memory is like, run, press this button. Nope, that's the menu. Cool, great. Over in Animal Crossing, if I want to pick shit up, it's the Y button. And if I want to hit things with my sword to not pick them up, that's Y in Breath of the Wild. So it's really kind of a weird, I have to like reprogram my head when I'm bouncing between these super duper different games. But that's just a little minor detail. But Breath of the Wild is still there. I'm definitely much further in this playthrough than I was in my initial playthrough. I've got like 300 Korok seeds out of 9 fucking hundred, so good lord knows where they are. Actually, that's actually pretty funny because there's still huge portions, huge like I don't even know if you call them like not hemispheres, but I guess sections of the map I haven't even touched. Like there's this whole forest area I haven't even touched. I just went in, got the map, and then just bounced out. So there's that. There's I've gotten my armor is further along than it has been. My catalog of creatures and weapons and shit is further along than I've ever had. I'm just way further ahead in this game, and I'm thinking I'm still gonna keep rocking it until May at least. Because I obviously I could finish the game at any time, but I want to try to feel like I'm at a certain point. There's like I mentioned, I did the one portion of the DLC, the Champion's Ballad, which basically you do all these extra missions and you unlock a motorcycle, because why not? Which
Yeah.
help the traversal of the land of Hyrule. The other portion of the DLC is called the Master Trials, which is like a man. It kind of sucks because it's you have to like you get no weapons, no items. You just have to basically survive. I think it's like 15 levels, and I think the end result is you get a fully powered up Master Sword, which sounds pretty OP. But I'm gonna try it maybe after I get all my hearts.
Okay.
Man, I do yip yap a lot, don't I? You're probably
Okay. Let's do that.
other game wise, real quick, because Bonnie was hogging up the Animal Crossing. To her credit, because she's loving it. I fired up the Star Fox 64 3D on the 3DS real quick, just to bang through that. One of my favorite games. Interestingly enough, it's a remake of a game that came out in 1997. Similar to another remade game that came out in 1997 that's in the news right now. And then I was thinking about games that came out in 1997. So I made work on my laptop, and we'll just leave it at that. The game, The Curse of Monkey Island. Have you heard of the Monkey Island series, Tom?
Yes.
So, Curse of Monkey Island was my first step into the Monkey Island series, and I loved it growing up. I went back to play at least the special editions of the first and second games, and I do not like them as much as the third one. Even though those two games are better than the third one, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's the original team that made 1 and 2. That's the original team. That was basically what Monkey Island is. The Curse of Monkey Island was, it was a different team. So, a lot of the people, a lot of the writers are different. But whatever, I still love it, and I got it to run on my laptop, and I'm super thrilled, and I'm really enjoying it. Game,
Nice.
yeah. It's point and click adventure. I don't want to explain it. Whatever. It's funny. It's got good writing. And this one is all pretty much hand drawn animation, so that's nice to look at. Yeah, that's all I've been playing. Real quick, because again, we've been playing video games a whole lot. Like I mentioned before. Oh, video games. Again, I'm sorry, real quick. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Man, oh man, that game gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I am stressed the fuck out. How far did you get in that game?
Mr. X chasing me the first time.
Oh, I didn't even get that far yet.
Yeah.
I didn't even get. I was looking for stuff in the police station. And it's actually been probably like maybe 2 weeks since I picked it up. I don't know if I'm picking it back up because it's just a matter of like gotta get back into it, and I'm at a point where I'm like, you better know what the fuck you're doing, man.
Right, exactly. Oh, you playing as Leon or Claire?
I was playing as Leon.
Okay.
Were you playing as Leon also at the beginning?
In the beginning, but then I played as Claire because I was like, hey, I get better weapons playing as her.
Yeah, good to know. But I like that. You know what? The one thing I got to say about this is that I feel like in the previous Resident Evil games that I've played, it almost feels like you have to kill all the zombies, at least in a room or in your way. This one at least feels like, and I don't know if this was, similar to how 1, 2, and 3 were, like those Resident Evil games, but like, it's almost like, dude, just get the fuck out of the way. Like, get through this hallway, man. Like, just run. And I think that's what's adding to the fear or the anxiousness that I get when I'm playing the game, because it's like, I can't kill everyone. I'm all out of bullets. I gotta just get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know. Because for some reason, they don't drop easy at all.
No. They almost you gotta shoot him in the head 3 times.
Yes.
When I figured a headshot would have just been good.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, you're right. It is a Resident Evil game, and it looks nice. And give them props for Capcom for really knocking that out of the park. From what I understand and what I've played, like it's a very well done game. It's just, man, oh man, I don't know if I can keep going. I'd love to, but I don't know if I can.
No, I hear you, and that's why I dropped it, and I told you to hold on to it as long as you want.
So video game wise, that's pretty much it. Real quick, because I mentioned it before, and you're going to be watching it soon. Onward came to Disney Plus. Saw that. It was good. Not necessarily Pixar's best. A little. I'll leave my opinions to when you see it. But it was good. It was classic Pixar, what they do. Maybe not like upper echelon, A level Pixar, but still pretty good. You'll probably get a kick out of it, Tom. So I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, good.
What I don't want you to watch on Disney Plus is that fucking Simpsons little mini movie that they put up. They just put that up, and it actually, when Onward was in theaters, it was I believe shown in front of it, like they used to do with the Pixar mini movies or shorts or whatever. So yeah, it's just that was just not good. And I don't know if that's really indicative to what modern Simpsons are, but like, ugh, man, like it's just it's dumb. You might want to watch it just to be like, just shake your head and be like, what the fuck? It's 5 minutes. I'm really not selling it. Especially if you're not a Simpsons fan. So
You're selling it. You're selling it as good as I sold that show V-Wars.
That's a good point. I like that. So yeah,
because are you really gonna watch that show V-Wars after the way I sold it?
Not really. I don't think I was gonna watch it even if you gave it a glowing recommendation.
Right.
No offense, but that's what's up.
Yeah, no, it was not good.
Right. Yeah. Not good. But that's all I've been up to.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like we've all been up to.
And on that note, we'll wrap it up. That's it. We got nothing. That's it. Episode 69 should have been a real peak episode for your Rude Boys. I mean, come on.
I know.
But
this whole situation just took the piss out of our win.
Absolutely, yeah. The piss out of our win. The wind out of our piss, yeah. I like that. Either way.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, this was like we mentioned a couple episodes ago. This is going to be our big New Mutants episode. That didn't happen. So, what do we even have? Do we have anything scheduled for next episode, Tommy boy? Or we might have to. I'm looking at it right now.
Are we still going to be in April? Are we still going to be in April, or are we going to be in May?
It will be the week of 4/27 would be the next episode, episode 70. We have gear up for Replay May, Batman, so we can definitely still do something like that. So, yeah, Nation, we might have been saying it. We definitely have been saying it the previous couple of episodes, but we've been doing this thing, I've been doing this thing, called Replay May. Every May, I replay a game that I really dig, with one caveat: you gotta work the word May into it. So I've been doing dumb shit like replaying Bayonetta and calling it Mayonetta, or any Mario games can become Mario games. Conker's Bad Fur Day become Conker's Bad Fur May. Blech, that's hard to say. That's hard to May. Huh. So this year, Tommy's involved. We both wanted to replay Batman Arkham Asylum, so it's now Batman Arkham Asylum. Done.
Yep.
So, we both dug that game when it first came out on the 360 and PS3, and it's out and probably on sale for the PS4 and the Xbox One under the, I think it's a Return to Arkham collection or something like that, or Batman collection, whatever. All of them are excellent games. Download them. If you've never played, or if you want to replay them with us, all right? So, we're going to be gearing up for that next episode of the Rude Boys Power Up Plus. Through hell or high water. You can't stop us for this one, Corona. Okay? You can't. Maybe you can. I don't know. Nobody knows. The science is not back yet. Nobody knows. But you're not going to stop your boys. We're going to be playing fucking Batman.
No. Damn right.
Yeah. So that's it for our episode. Hit us up on our social medias and our stuff like that. I'm just going to give the Linktree link because that's fun, and I put some time setting that up. That is linktr.ee patreon.com/Rude Boys. That's it. That has a link to our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube, which we have, and all of... Yeah, we had... That's what I heard. But yes, we have a YouTube, and it's available on that link, linktr.ee/Rude Boys. That's it. If you want to find us on the socials, just search for Rude Boys 469. Done. How about that? That's a good wrap, right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Our website, well, not really our website, but the website that hosts us and these wonderful, beautiful, shit episodes is the Podbean network, and that's available at rudeboys.podbean.com.
Flick the beans, sorry.
It's really good. Oh my god. Hey, if that just doesn't sum it up, all up.
Oh, I'm the dumb.
But we're still getting this content out for you, nation.
Yep.
Thank you for thank you for hanging in with us. We've been trying to do different avenues with recording. Let us know how this sounds. Please, through our socials. If you want to hit up an email, we got rudeboys6969 at gmail.com. If you wanted something a little more long form, slide into our DMs. I don't give a shit. Tom, you give a shit?
Nope.
Yeah, it's episode 69, man. Slide into our DMs. Right? There you go. Boom. Topical.
Slide deep.
If you want to hit, if you want to visit my village over at Animal Crossing, hit me up at Tesherms, TEH_SHERMS. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Tommy?
On Instagram, I am Tommy_Cash80. And wow, why am I drawing a blank on my Twitter all of a sudden?
It's just Tommy_Cash. You've been doing it for like 69 episodes.
I know, it's Tommy_Cash. Shut up.
Right. Alright.
For some reason I put the 8-0 there.
It's all good.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Shit, though.
That's it. We're pulling the plug on this one. But I'm still putting it out there.
She's done. She's done so.
Alright, nation. We'll see you. Be safe. Wash your hands.
Bye.
This has been a presentation of the Rude Boys Podcast Network.
Oops.